Hey, this is Gene Vogel from the Disciples of the Watch podcast, and you are listening to Kevin, Robert, and the infamous Ronnie James, D.O.G. on InObscuria podcast.
InObscuria.
Welcome back, my friends, to the InObscuria podcast, a podcast where we exhume obscure rock and punk and metal, and we put them in one of three categories: the lost, the forgotten, or the should-have-beens. My name should have been Kevin. That guy, he should have been Robert. Churning butter.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to take a drink, so my throat is the golden sounds of my voice comes out properly.
Yes. Is it whiskey?
Because that's what everybody's here for. It's noon, so probably not.
I didn't know what gave you the golden throat.
No, that would be the rest of my day.
Specific elixir.
If I had whiskey at noon, then you can just write me off for the rest of the day. I'm done. There's no recovering from that.
Yeah, my wife actually came home yesterday, normal time, around 5:30 or so, and she said, I'm going to lay down for a minute. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, you all right?
Yeah.
She laid down, and I woke her up an hour later. I'm like, hey, I'm going to order some dinner. I just want to make sure you're
alive,
order, and that you're okay. And she's like, yeah, I figured out what happened. She said, I had a margarita at lunch. One margarita.
That's exactly.
Like, we are old people.
Yes, I was going to say, these days, the afternoon cocktails, I have to watch that, make sure there's nothing important for the rest of the day. A couple of beers at lunch, and there goes work.
You're done.
I'm done. Yeah. I'm going to go home.
Back in the day, that wasn't the case.
You didn't even know it.
You could go all day.
At work.
Just start in the morning.
When I worked for a big construction company, we would go to lunch, and Fridays, some of our contractors would buy us beverages and things like that, or take us to a strip club, one of the two.
Yeah.
And you have a couple, knock a few back, and you go back to work.
Normal business doings back then.
Exactly. Not anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that's the thing anymore.
First of all, HR wouldn't let you do that anymore. You come to work after you've been drinking.
Or strip club.
Yeah, that's days of old, yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't the good old days, back when a construction site was like the Wild West. Fist fights were just not uncommon. And that's the thing. Like these days, the police would show up. There'd be reports and there'd be forms to fill out. And back then, it was just, you guys go work it out. And that meant you guys could just kick the shit out of each other and come back,
Yeah, same thing. I was in the printing industry when I first started. And it was kind of the same thing. It was like, because I dealt with vendors, I ordered printed materials from another printer to bring to our shop, and they would take us out for lunch or whatever. That was like a normal thing. You'd go, and I'm in my 20s, so they'd take you out for lunch, and then you want to go, go play golf or whatever. Like once a week there was like something like that. And that was just part of business back then.
Yeah,
I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, it would always end up in the strip club.
Whatever you did, it would end up. That was the lowest common denominator of social activity.
And at the time, I just thought, this is just normal business. What I come to realize later is me and Larry, who I lived with, we were young men. And so the salespeople that were a little bit older than us, they saw it as an opportunity for them to get their jollies. We can take the young guys out; they'll want to do it,
right? Because them going by themselves is a little creepy.
Yeah,
but now we got some young guys with us. It's perfectly fine.
And these guys would spend a ton of money at these.
Yeah, you get a wad. Yeah,
pretend like they're big shots.
Yep, they'd give us all a little handful of ones and like, hey man, go knock yourself out.
Yeah, but the drinking was just normal.
Yeah,
and then I remember our friend David Bailey.
Oh, I remember Bailey. Yeah,
he used to say, "Hey, you ever just wake up at 3 a.m. and just chug a beer?" I'm like, no.
Not in my youngest, wildest days.
Like, you might be an alcoholic if.
Yeah. I mean, if you're already up and you've been up all night, but not wake up at 3 and have a beer.
But at that age, that was just sort of part of life.
We knew
you
alcoholics
just drank whenever you wanted.
We didn't even think about it back then, but they were absolute alcoholics.
And they were working.
Yeah, functional.
They were functional
working
alcoholics.
Yes. Yeah. We were still just the weekend imbibers.
Yeah, although the weekend did start on Wednesday.
Wednesday night, I did.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend back then with the time change now.
That's just the way it was.
Yeah, they had to make some cutbacks.
None of that shit would fly now.
Budget-wise. No. None of that. I mean, the practical jokes we would do, we'd steal each other's trucks and hide their truck.
The amount of time we spent not working.
Yes. It's amazing. We
couldn't get away with it.
I got any houses built whatsoever back then. And the quality, I don't know if I'd want to live in those houses too.
Right.
Yeah, now absolutely. Good quality stuff. We build good stuff now. I haven't had any phone calls from former customers, so I did turn off my phone though, so that's probably why.
And maybe, so I went to a big corporation after that job. So maybe it is the same still in smaller companies, but I don't think so.
No. Because even smaller companies have like one HR person, and it's all about avoiding lawsuits.
Yeah.
And they're big on that.
And that whole good old boy thing, I think, is pretty much going away.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I'm the last of it.
Well, we did get to experience something unique, I guess.
Oh, man.
It's a little bit of that madman thing.
All the things that we got to experience before these days, the current, everything is dumb. Everything's dumb these days, but it's okay. We're making the best of it.
Now, speaking of madmen, I know that's something that you watch.
Yes.
And I know that a big piece of that is back in the 70s, it was like you smoked and you drank in your office.
Oh,
Do you ever remember going into an office and somebody had alcohol in the office?
Well, for the most part, the office that I saw was my dad's office at the church.
Right.
So
right.
It was a Baptist church.
But
so
your first job where you wore the suit and tie.
No. My first job was a Air Force vet, very kind of not prim and proper, but very put together, like regimented type of guy. And he didn't have alcohol. At night, maybe he did, but no, he ran a pretty tight ship. My first job, I'm trying to think real quick. Second job was also another Army vet. And so it was a very regimented office. There was no dicking around at that office. It wasn't until I got into construction. So when I was in the white collar world, it was pretty rigid. Once I moved into the construction world, I was educated very quickly that no, this is how we do that. No, if you don't get here on time, it's all right. Nobody's looking at you.
Yeah, it was very different at the printing company because
your business was more relatable to like the advertising industry.
Exactly,
it was
right.
kind of rough and tumble for a white collar job.
Yeah, and it was a lot of handshaking and agreements and people trying to steal business and that sort of thing. So yeah. I don't remember if they called him a chairman or a CEO, whatever he was. Oh, yeah, you go in his office and, if it was after 5 or maybe sometimes 4:30, he's like, come on, let's have a drink.
Oh, man.
In his office. And then you go to the foreman, which is out in the
warehouse.
The shop area. Yeah, he always had bottles of Jack in his drawer, in his desk.
Oh, my God.
And as soon as it hit a certain time where they felt like it was acceptable or perhaps it's a Friday, they would bring out the drinks at work.
We would do bills on Fridays, sit down and kind of fill out forms and bills, and the region manager would walk in and go, here's $30, go get us some beer. And he'd sit down with us while we did the bills and drink beer with us. The region manager, not just my boss, but the region manager would go like, hey man, here's some cash, go get us some beer.
Go get some beer.
Yeah, y'all got it? No? Okay, here, go get some.
Yeah.
The many things that you and I got to experience, the kids.
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing.
The 30 and 40-year-olds, the kids these days, yeah.
Although before I left my corporate job, I will say that they had designated monthly social after-hours things, like where they would sponsor. Networking. That was mainly a COVID thing. When people came back, they were trying to entice people to come back to the building, and they would have like second Thursday of every month, they had happy hour, and they gave drinks.
They were trying to remind you how to talk to people in person.
Right. But that went away before I left that position, but it did die down. But anyway.
No, but those aren't nearly as fun. They're not mandatory, but they're organized by the company. You're like,
It was still pretty nice to have it,
I guess if they're buying
get a nice beverage.
Whatever, yeah.
For a beverage company, that's not what they made.
No. It was a mixer company.
Exactly.
They made the
mixers
that you use with your Jack Daniels. Well, I did back then before I swore off mixers.
Mixers just get in the way.
I think it waste your time.
Yeah, it just waters it down.
Why
you want to do
Nope.
that?
I want full strength.
Well, do you have anything to tell the people this week? Is there anything you told us all about the camping trip last time? Anything we got swampy. It's not nearly as swampy this week, while the rest of the country is under a heat dome.
There's
we are,
a heat
some reason,
dome.
not.
I've never heard that used until the past year or two.
It's a new thing, yeah.
So is that just me? Or
No, this is a brand new thing.
Okay, it's something they made up to make it like naming winter storms.
I kind of like it because it makes sense.
Heat dome.
Heat dome. It's because it sticks around. It's like,
how tall is it?
I don't know how. Somebody should do some.
How do you get in? Is there a door?
There is a door.
A door to get in.
You have to cross
dome?
state line.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Yeah, it's hot, but it's tolerable.
Not
hot
as
right
swampy
now.
this week.
No. So. But unfortunately, it's raining, or it's going to rain, and that canceled my afternoon plans, which I'm very unhappy because I was supposed to be up at the racetrack this afternoon.
Not the dirt track.
Not the dirt track. This is the racetrack that's like a road course. It's called Road Atlanta. Well, technically it's Michelin Road Atlanta because everything has to have a corporate freaking sponsor. By the way, we're Boneless in Obscuria podcast.
Yes. Oh,
yeah, which
right.
we'll mention in a minute.
Yeah, I will mention that in a minute.
Yeah,
yes.
so I was supposed to go up there and take some practice laps, but
we're in Obscuria podcast brought to you by the Boneless Podcasting Network.
Powered by.
Oh, I like that even better.
Yeah.
Powered by.
I worked on that all night.
Oh,
powered
right.
by.
Take the rest of the day off.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you. So yeah, next month I'll have something to talk about if I get some if it doesn't rain again.
So
to get some lap times.
No lap time for you.
Nope.
This week.
No, I got to just sit inside and do paperwork today.
Okay. Well,
that's it.
If there's nothing else, we'll.
Oh, and there's no button to push because I ate all the leftovers.
Oh, okay.
I put some steaks on a wood fire grill last night.
Don't tell me what you did and then don't offer a sample.
So good. Wood-fired steaks, man. That was awesome. Yeah, sorry. I should have saved you one.
Yeah, well, after your co-host pisses you off by not having treats for you, go listen to Pot of Thunder, Cobras and Fire, Growing Up Rock, Slamfest Podcast, Decibel Geek, A to Z Radio, Battle Up Your Podcast, The Hustle, Disciples of the Watch. That was Gene at the front. Oh, yeah. Podcast Rock City, State of Amorica, Rock Strikes 10, Potter Than Hell, Shout It Out Loudcast, The Kiss Room, Ages of Rock, and Doomed. Forget about Monty.
Hey, this is Monty Colvin from Galactic Cowboys and Monty's Rockcast, and you are listening to the amazing InObscuria podcast. Rock on!
Monty's Rockcast. Now I'm looking today, it is officially the middle of July, and Monty, I haven't seen my album come across.
Nope, we are waiting.
Waiting on the Galactic. What I saw was that the CDs are in.
Yeah.
They're still waiting on the vinyl.
Oh, okay.
So until they get the vinyl, they will not put out the album.
I take the CD, but I have nothing to play it on. There is no CD player in or out of my house right now.
That's crazy, really.
Yeah, I know.
I thought your car had a CD player.
Not anymore. Oh, well, the 20-year-old car doesn't work.
Oh, I see.
And I just listen to satellite. So yeah, we are waiting. Can you smell my bated breath? Smells like bait.
Yeah.
I've always hated that analogy. Like baited. Oh, yeah. I know what bait smells like. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's the worst. What did you use as bait when you were a kid?
It depends.
Fishing.
Freshwater, worms, saltwater.
Worms?
Yeah, worms.
Y'all got, okay.
And
we
those
did
are
crickets.
Occasionally crickets.
We had better luck with crickets.
Yeah, occasionally. Those were expensive.
But we were
though.
pond fishing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Freshwater pond, and then saltwater. We would get squid, cut that up, or
Yes.
we would. Yeah, that was my job.
Stinks.
As I was getting seasick, I would be cutting up bait. Yeah, I'm sitting there cutting up bait, about to barf, and now I don't like squid at all. Like calamari, it sounds fancy. It still reminds me of bait.
Yeah.
But then we have a cast net, like it's a small net, and you fling it out and then pull the string, and you can catch
the minnows.
live fish. And let me tell you, live fish, yeah, that gets the big stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, so that was it.
All right. Okay. Did you know? I think you knew. Because you just said it.
Yeah.
We're part of the Boneless Podcasting Network. We are powered by the Boneless Podcasting Network, and we suggest you listen to all of the podcasts, and here's just a few of them. Sean Geek and Fast Fret Podcast, and The Podcast Will Rock. Regarding the Elder, they're almost done with that. Rush Rash, the trailer behind the Metal Shop, Maiden A to Z, Smoke on the Podcast, Tone Chasers and String Benders, and like I said, so many more. BonelessPodcasting.com. You can check us out there. You can also visit us directly at InObscuria.com. Like us, share us, Facebook, X, Instagram. All right. What are we doing this week?
Let's give out recipes.
What the hell did you just say?
Okay.
No, let's not do that.
No,
recipes
you're not ready for that.
Recipes for good music.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
I brought it back.
Well, I didn't have anything directly to talk about this week either, so I thought we would just get the theme from the head office.
Yeah.
We go to the InObscuria's head office.
We kick up enough money to them.
Right. Now, I'm not talking about the chairman. I'm talking about the one and only, the diabolical duo are going to give us the theme this week. Demanded it, I should say. So let's have a listen.
I am Captain,
Anton.
and this This is my faithful companion.
Mighty K.
Say hello.
Both of you. So this message is to let you know that Todd KERNS, that man, don't tell Daryl. I hope that doesn't make me a sexist pig. Shit. I can't stress this enough to you. The amount of love that I have for Todd KERNS' voice. My favorite is Minefield. I freaking love that album. Every song is a go. Do not stop. Go. It freaking is awesome. I love Todd's voice.
You said that.
Can I just tell you, I am very passionate about this man's voice. Love his voice.
So you like his voice?
Love it.
How do you feel?
I absolutely adore this man's voice.
Oh my God.
All right. Okay, one more time.
Oozes.
One more time.
I don't know what, but it's just amazing.
Say it again.
And let me just say, this man could read the phone book. He
Why?
could read the Bible.
Why?
He could read the law books in the back of a lawyer's office. And I would swoon. But yeah, Todd KERNS, man. Holy shit balls. That's all I'm saying.
So I couldn't tell. Is she in favor of his voice or not?
I'm pretty sure she's in favor of it. I think that's where she was going.
She was waffling a little
she
bit
was
there.
all over the place there. No, my God. How many times can she tell us that she loves his voice?
Yeah, apparently she loves his
So
voice.
apparently we should be loving his voice.
So she's polyamorous. She loves Daryl and she loves his voice.
Oofa.
Todd's voice. Oofa. Was it loofah or oofa?
She had to do some loofah.
Oompa. Oompa.
Oompa.
Something. I don't know what she's on.
Well, so Captain Content, are you okay with her direction to do this week? Or are you good with this?
Yeah, we've got to make sure she's happy.
She's pretty passionate about this, as you just heard. So this will be episode 344,
Todd KERNS' voice.
Degrees of Separation. Todd, damn it, KERNS.
Damn it, KERNS. I'm not, damn it.
That is his
Jesus
name.
Christ.
That is what he goes by. Todd,
Oh,
damn
really?
it.
That's right.
So this is the 14th, 15th, I don't know. We've done many of these degrees of separations. This is many in this series. This might be the longest series that we have, but basically we talk about solo albums, guest appearances, and project bands or supergroups that the particular artist we are featuring has participated in. And this week we're going to talk about Todd KERNS. Now, we last mentioned this guy, and we played him only 4 episodes ago on our Covers from Beyond, the Summer Jams show that we did. We featured his band, Took.
Oh, good day. Good day. Good day. Good day. How's it going? I'm Bob McKenzie. It's my brother Doug.
How's it going? Hey,
We got
Playing a kick-ass Loverboy cover. I'm assuming you remember that.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. 100%. Crystal clear.
Now, do you remember where else we know Todd, damn it, from? Mr. Todd KERNS?
Did he live near us?
Did not live near us. No, he's Canadian.
Canadian.
He is
Okay,
Canadian.
that's a no
Yeah.
then. No.
Yeah, he lives in Vegas now, but he is Canadian.
Still not near us.
Not near us
Different
at all.
direction, but not near.
Yeah. Do you remember us seeing a Canadian band called Triumph?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the guy that played the bass.
Was that this year?
That was this year.
Okay, good.
That was
good.
only a few months ago.
It's a few weeks ago, actually, but yeah.
Yeah, the guy that played the bass and did the
that
backup
guy.
singing.
Oh, he had
6'4".
He had wonderful hair.
He had gray hair.
Yeah, he had the Peter Steele.
He kind of looked like Peter Steele because he's a tall dude.
Every time I want to say Peter Schilling, and that was
Nope, different guy.
very different guy. Very different.
Was not in
music.
typo negative.
Major Tom.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so most Americans know Todd Dammit KERNS as the bass guitarist and backing vocalist for Slash and his band Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it is. Conspirators.
Yeah. Why did they have to say featuring Miles Kennedy?
Every time it's featuring him. I don't know. Is that in his contract?
I guess so.
Whoever he's with, it's featuring.
That's where most people know Todd from.
Yeah.
Personally, me, I don't like Miles Kennedy's voice.
Really?
Nice manners, babe. Chill.
I'm not a big fan.
I'm ambivalent. I don't care.
What's his other band?
Get the hell out of here.
She's totally serious, asswipe.
Alter Bridge, is that the other one?
Featuring Miles Kennedy.
Yeah, Alter Bridge featuring Miles Kennedy. I don't care for them either. Just not my thing.
Don't think I've ever listened to him, so that's why I don't care.
I love Slash, but
and his voice is fine.
Slash's voice?
Oh yeah,
when he talks, sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I've heard. It's a little mumbly, but you know.
But anyway, that's where most Americans know him from. Now, like I said, we saw him playing for Triumph. He is Canadian, so most Canadians know him mainly for his 90s alternative band that he fronted. They were called The Age of Electric. He was the frontman, vocalist, and rhythm guitarist in that band. And they had several hits in Canada, but never quite crossed over to the States. But they did fairly well in the 90s. He's actually been active in the hard rock community in Canada and the States since the late 80s. He's, I think, around 58 years old, so he's of our age and been going since the 80s. He's been active in multiple projects and groups consistently for the last 35 years. This guy's never just tied down to one band. He's always doing projects and other things, stays very busy, and he's a very talented dude. He sings, he plays bass, sometimes he plays guitar. He always gives 100%. I've seen him live probably 4 or 5 times in various groups, and he always gives 100%. I mean, guys, he's a rock star, and he's played with the biggest names in the business. He's played with Slash, Lemmy, Alice Cooper, Rick Nielsen, Duff McKagan, Adam Levine, Fergie, Sammy Hagar. You name it, he's played with them across the hard rock and even the pop world. And he only came onto my radar when I saw him on a certain cruise, a cruise with a K.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Kingdom Come.
Not the Kingdom Come
King's
cruise.
X?
Ooh, the Kingdom Come cruise. That would have been bad if they spelled come with a K too.
Oh, I would not want to.
That'd been bad. That'd have been a bad cruise.
Yeah, I bring my own bed linens on that one.
No, it was that other band. I can't remember their name right now, but in 2017, he was the bass player for the Kulik Brothers. The Kulik Brothers. Well, not that band.
With a K?
They are with a K.
Okay.
Bob and Bruce. The only time that they've ever played together as the Kulik Brothers, I got to see it in 2017. Bob died like 2 years later.
Oh, that's right. That was the year after my appearance on the same cruise. Yes.
That's right. I went by myself.
Infamous.
Yes. Everybody asked where you were.
Of course. They're like, he's not here? Good. Okay, good. Our insurance just went down.
But on that cruise, he played with the Kulik Brothers. He played bass because Bob and Bruce both played guitar. And he sang all of the Paul songs from that band that the cruise was dedicated to. Mm-hmm. And he sounded almost better than Paul did in the 80s. That's how good this guy's voice is. You know, the cruise, it was, I just remember. Yes.
Now, did Paul's voice improve in the 90s and 2000s because they started using backing tracks?
Well, he didn't do that until the very end. So, and what the tracks that he used, he tried to use more current tracks. So they still sounded like crap.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I think he was trying to be as honest as you can be with what he was doing.
With being dishonest.
Yes, without saying, here's me in the 80s, I'm going to sing my way.
But everybody wanted to hear the 80s, Paul.
Yeah. No, to me, Paul never got better than the 80s.
80, that was it.
He started to decline once they got into the 90s. Although he kept it together for quite a while.
He did. It was fine.
My God, the man's voice, if you go back and listen to it now, it's unreal.
Yeah.
The notes he was hitting in the 80s.
Yeah, I've got no problem. There is like true, really insane fans that get bent out of shape about it. Look, how many bands have we seen?
Or just about him losing his voice?
Both. And how many bands have we seen that, the lead singers are just not there, but you and I understand.
Oh my God. You know how hard it is to sing live?
They're humans.
At that volume?
We both know how hard it is to sing live. And like I said, they're human beings. I was happy to see them.
It's a muscle.
Yeah.
And that muscle gets worn out as you get older, just like everything else. It sucks about getting old.
Yeah.
Anyway. I've been following Todd KERNS and many of his bands ever since seeing them. The Kulik Brothers were awesome, but part of the reason they were awesome is not because they were playing the songs that they were featured on, because Bob Kulik was kind of a ghost musician.
Oh, yeah.
But Bruce obviously was in the band, but they were playing all of that stuff that they participated in, and Todd KERNS was nailing the vocals. Not only is he up there being a rock star because he's 6'4" and towering above everybody, but just the way he commands the stage, the way he plays guitar or bass. I've seen him do both. Just a badass. And like I said, I've been following him ever since. Although I'm not a huge Slash Miles Kennedy guy, all of his other bands I tend to like.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to feature here today. We're going to give a little bit of history on where he's coming from, especially since we're not Canadian and we didn't have any knowledge of those bands, because we've mentioned this before. In Canada, they have this law where they have to play so many Canadian artists on the radio. And
it's called
and
communism.
The communists.
Yeah, the communist Canada.
Yeah,
that's what I was.
Maple leaf communist.
Well, you notice the maple leaf is red. And it looks like the communist star.
Kind of looks like a star.
Yeah.
I get it now. I get it now.
I know. I got a real education, unlike everybody else did.
No, there's no way that's correct.
I'm sorry. I was trying to impress you.
Oh.
I see. Well, they do have that law, so that means that in Canada they get more exposure by being a Canadian artist, and therefore they have bands that are huge in Canada that never quite make it to the States. That's the reason. But I digress. Let's start with Mighty K's favorite band. She mentioned this band and how much she loved. Did she mention she loved his voice? I think she did.
Well, the band is called Todd KERNS' Voice, and this episode is called Todd KERNS' Voice. So she likes all of it.
So let's hear Todd KERNS' voice.
Oofa, that man. Don't tell Daryl.
And he also is the bass player on this particular band. This is Minefield. And Minefield is a partly Nashville-based, partly Canadian dudes band conglomerate put together by Brandon Fields. That's why it's Minefield, Brandon Fields. And we met him actually at the 2021 Rockin' Pod. We didn't interview him, but we talked to him. But he had a table set up for Minefield. That's when their album came out. But he has Todd DAMMIT on bass and lead vocals. He has Matt Starr of the Ace Frehley and several other bands on drums. He has Jeremy Asbrock, who is a Nashville musician now. He has him on guitar as well. He's played with Ace Frehley, with Gene Simmons, John Corabi, Rock City Machine Company. All these are bands that we played. Anyway, they got together. They put together this awesome album, Minefield, in 2021. We've played 3 songs. It's on the banner right there.
All right. How convenient.
And we've actually played 3 songs from this 10-song album already. We're going to play a 4th. So by the end of this run of, however many episodes we end up going,
the entire catalog.
We will play the entire Minefield album. Unless they have another one, then we have more to do from. So let's play a song where you can hear what I heard the first time I witnessed Todd live, delivering a Paul Stanley song like a badass. So here is a Kiss cover that they put on the Minefield album in 2021, All American Man.
You got your ticket and you're looking fine.
look, all-American man. Cause I'm a 6-foot, hot look, all-American man.
Well, as someone that's not quite 6 feet tall, that's still a good song. I felt silly singing along to it, but
Yeah.
like in my platform boots, yes.
But you are hot look.
That's true. I got that, and I just have to wear my platform boots a little more
That's right.
frequently.
So Todd is 6'4".
I was going to say
And
was
he's
more than
Canadian.
yeah, which means he's actually like 6'6" in American inches.
Is that the way it works?
Yeah, that's how it
okay.
goes. Yeah, you have a little bit of a
You have to
transition.
add the maple
when
syrup.
when you cross the carry the maple syrup,
Yeah,
divide
okay.
by 12.
Got it.
Yeah.
Add a little beaver.
Always. Always. That's always good advice, yes.
Some moose.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, which Kiss album was that off?
So that was originally off of Alive 2. Alive 2 comes out. It has 3 sides of live material, and the 4th side were new songs.
Oh.
And only one song featured Ace Frehley. That was the one sung by Ace Frehley called Rocket Ride.
Yeah.
The rest of the songs were done by Bob Kulick.
Because he was already being Ace Frehley at that point.
Yeah.
The Ace that we know now.
He's like, we're doing really well right now. Yeah, I'm not coming into the studio.
Nah.
I got a card game.
I got a card game. I got a fresh bottle of Jack. Yeah.
Yeah. So originally, Bob Kulick was on that song.
Mm-hmm.
And originally, that was a Paul Stanley joint. I don't know that they ever played those songs live back in the day.
Very
Perhaps they did.
obscure songs for Kiss, yes.
Mhm. Love the cover. Love the fact that they did that. Again, that came out in 2021. We're going to hear something else from Bob later in this episode.
Okay.
Because there is a connection again with Todd DAMMIT and Mr. Kulick. Now, Brandon Fields, who is kind of the band leader of this band, Minefield, he did say last year on a Facebook post that Minefield would be back in 2026. Haven't seen anything yet, but
It's only halfway.
we're only halfway there.
Halfway.
So we'll see what happens.
Give him time.
Todd
Patience.
does not rest at all. So as soon as he finished the Triumph run of shows, he immediately started touring with Took, and they're doing a whole Canadian tour this summer with Took. So who knows? Maybe he'll do Minefield in the back half of the year. He's got Slash too.
Bring it down here.
Although I guess Slash is doing Guns N' Roses, so he has to kind of wait until there's intervals between the GNR dates.
It's difficult when you're that popular.
I guess so. Dig that song. Dig the fact that they did kind of an obscure cover. And
Yeah, because how many more times we're going to hear Rock City? But
yeah, Detroit Rock City. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go with that one. And what did you think of his voice on a Paul Stanley song?
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah,
Hated it.
What's wrong with you?
not good.
No,
So-
I meant it was good. I'm sorry, I meant the other thing.
Oh, okay.
It's really good. I loved it.
It's very good.
Yes.
Was it Mighty K level love?
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
I can see it.
All
yeah.
Oofa.
So next we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. I knew nothing of this band until I was doing a little research on where he came from. And the only way I found this particular song that we're going to hear is on YouTube.
Okay.
I couldn't even find it, a physical copy. I couldn't find any streaming other than YouTube. Somebody posted this. And so we're going to hear his first band, the first one that I'm aware of, where he was a headband wearing sleaze rock frontman. He was only the singer in this band. And the name of the band, remember, they're in Canada. The name of the band
Loverboy.
is Smash LA.
Was that their goal?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
See, once again, communists, they're trying to take over everything.
They obviously were influenced by what was
Yeah.
going on in Hollywood at the time. This is around 88, 89. So, your peak time of
Sunset
Hollywood
Strip.
Sunset Strip bands.
Yep.
Smash LA is the name of the band. They were active until about 1990, 91. And they only did touring in Western Canada. So only Calgary, Alberta kind of rock scene.
There's
were
like
they doing things?
12 people in West Canada.
You dick! I think there's more, but
Okay.
alongside Todd, he was credited simply as TDK, Todd DAMMIT KERNS. The band featured Johnny Harley. It also featured his brother, John KERNS, and we'll talk about John later, and his other brother, a guy named Reed Shimazawa and a drummer named Kurt Dahl, and his name will come up later as well. He likes to keep his friends close when he's doing project bands, so you'll hear those names again. But they were the band Smash LA. They released one independent album called Law and Authority in 1989, and they wanted to be part of the LA sleaze scene, but like I said, they never quite made it out of Western Canada before they disbanded in the early 90s, and several members of this band will go on to form other successful Canadian alternative rock bands later.
They're close to Seattle.
Yeah.
Closer to Seattle than they were LA.
Exactly. So let's hear what Smash LA, again, this is an independent release, so, sound quality is what it is, plus it's off of YouTube, but I think it's kind of cool. They had a video for this song, so if you want to go check out the video, you can check that out on YouTube. From Law and Authority, 1989, this is Breaking All the Rules.
Okay, remind me, that was not Tom Kern's voice, correct?
That is Todd Kern.
Oh, is it?
He was the lead singer only.
I missed that part. That did not sound like him at all.
Very different voice, right?
That's insane.
That's him.
I thought it was Blackie Lawless.
That's him being 1989 Todd, probably trying to not cash in, but trying to be like another very tall Canadian singer who was very big that year by the name of Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, a little more gravelly. A little more growly, but how do you do that? Like, I thought that was just that person's voice when they're kind of gravelly like that.
No, I think he just
you
made
can
it.
make your sense. Oh my God!
But he doesn't sing. There's no other song that we're going to play today where he has that voice. He only did it.
That's why it threw me off. Now,
but it works for a sleaze rock band.
The downside was his bass playing on that one was not something I would use as a showcase because it was the same exact note through the entire song.
Was not him. He was just the lead singer.
Just a singer. Okay.
He was just the lead singer.
Well, good. I don't have to crack on him for that. That was the same note. Dum, 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 dum,
no, that might have been his brother. I think that was his brother.
Yeah.
John.
Tom, asshole KERNS instead of damn it KERNS.
Jesus Christ.
Damn it. So, yeah, that was incredible that you can sing like that and still have a voice after that.
Yeah, and I would say they were definitely chasing, to me, it was LA Guns mixed with Skid Row.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they recorded this before Skid Row. No, it's got to be right around the same time.
Yeah.
But that sounded very much like Sebastian Bach to me.
Mm-hmm.
And even the approach and the delivery.
It was impressive. Like I said, not just on its own, but the fact that I know what his voice sounds like at other times. And that was something he just did.
Yeah. Even when you watch the video, he's so young, and you're like, is that really him? Yeah, it's him, because he's the only guy that's 6'4" up there
still
doing that.
It wasn't a late growth spurt.
No, he was already fully grown at that point. The big dude.
And Sebastian's not short, so
I just looked it up. He's 6'3". So
okay, so
Todd's got him by 1 inch.
Very, very similar in height and the hair, except I don't know. Back then, did he have blonde hair?
Todd?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, he's got the shoe polish in it right now. Black.
He's
number
got the
one.
black. Yeah.
Black. Which number? Number one.
All right, so I just mentioned LA Guns. Why don't we talk about a collab that Todd DAMMIT had with Mr. Tracy Guns? And this came out in 2023. So during the pandemic, Todd worked on a classic 1970s style rock project where he and Tracy Guns, apparently they'd been talking about this for years. And since it was the pandemic, they had time to do it. So they went ahead and recorded an album as the Blackbird Angels. It's one album that came out so far. But Tracy kind of spearheaded the whole thing. And I'm a Tracy Guns fan. I think I like his guitar playing quite a bit. And I've liked the stuff that LA Guns has done throughout the years. They actually continued. Most people don't know that they continue putting out albums for years and years and years.
Because the three people were buying it. They know.
Yeah, there's three of us that have been buying it know. But they put out pretty damn good albums throughout their whole career. But Tracy has a big 70s influence on his playing, which makes sense because he was the original guitarist in Guns N' Roses, so you kind of have that classic sound. But he, worshipped Zeppelin, Frampton, Bad Company, Free, Humble Pie, those types of bands, and that's what they were trying to emulate here with Blackbird Angels. And so they recorded with Todd KERNS on bass and vocals, Tracy on guitars, and a guy named Adam Hamilton on drums, who also produced the album. And Adam Hamilton was also, I believe, a member of LA Guns for a bit. They released their debut album, like I said, in 2023. I'm going to play one of the singles because it just happens to be a really good song. There's a reason they chose it for the single. So here is Mine, All Mine.
You're
Damn. From Blackie Lawless to early Chris Cornell.
I know. The guy's got some pipes.
Shit. That sound, yeah.
I don't know if I would call that retro classic rock, but it definitely is a step away from the Sunset Strip sound.
Yeah, absolutely. It was either a step forward into that alternative, like early Soundgarden, or just a step away from that into just rock.
Just rock, exactly. Yeah, that's what I would just call them. It's a great album. The whole thing's good. Again, it came out in 2023. The name of the band is Blackbird Angels, and the name of the album is Sol Sorte, which I believe is
Sol Sorte?
Sol Sorte is a Danish word, from my understanding.
Oh, yeah, I got nothing.
Or something like that. It's European. I don't know what it means. Okay.
Can't pronounce those European words.
So let's move on to a band that was originally a side project conceived by Todd KERNS and Kurt Dahl when they were in the band Smash LA, who we just played 2 songs ago. Now, in this band, Todd picked up the guitar as well as doing vocal duties. And they wanted to be sort of while they were doing the sleaze rock thing, they liked other styles of music. And so they wanted to kind of do this side project as a college rock kind of power pop band that was also a thing in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, because before there was grunge, there was college rock.
College rock, yes. And so they included their 2 younger brothers. So John KERNS is also in this band. He was also in Smash LA, and he plays bass. And he was the one that you were ragging on earlier. And then
I was just making critical comments.
But he was only, to back him up a little bit, he was only a teenager when he was in Smash LA.
Well, I can give a shit. He'd still kick my ass, though.
Yeah. And then Ryan Dahl, who is the other guitarist brother, played drums. So you have 2 brothers in this band. 2 sets of brothers. And they released an EP in 1993, and it did really well. And so Smash LA were no more, and they began a career as The Age of Electric with this band. So they put out a full length in 93. That did pretty well in Canada. And then, the EP was in 93. The full length was in 95. And those were both kind of moderate hits in Canada. But in 1997, they put out their second album, and that had a huge radio hit. And it peaked at number 9 on the singles chart in Canada, and it was featured on Much Music. Are you familiar with Much Music? It was like Canada's MTV.
Some, but not much.
I knew you were going there. Much Music was basically MTV in Canada. It was bigger than MTV.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was just a Canadian thing, but that's where all their videos were played. And apparently they put out compilations, albums as well. And their song, Age of Electric song, Remote Control, was featured on Much Music's Diamond Certified compilation album called Big Shiny Tunes, number 2. So apparently that helped their career as well. The album went gold in Canada, and they toured opening for Our Lady Peace.
Oh, okay.
And then they were nominated for a Juno Award in 1998, but then they broke up due to tensions within the band.
He got away.
It happens.
2 sets of brothers.
Yeah,
they're going to fight quite a bit.
Like actual fist fights, probably.
Yeah. You heard of the Black Crowes? Yeah, it happens.
That was epic. Those guys went at it every which way.
You heard of a band called Oasis? Yeah, it happens.
Yes, another good example, yes.
Brothers tend to fight a lot.
It's just how they are.
All right. So The Age of Electric, like I said, they put out 2 full lengths in EP. I'm going to play from the second album that did really well called Make a Pest a Pet. And I'm going to play that single, Remote Control. Here you go.
Try
What year did you say that was?
I didn't. That actually came out in 1997.
Oh, okay. You said something about college rock, and
well, that's where they started.
I assume
this
that
was their second album. So
oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense because it sounds just like 1997.
If you looked up 1997 in a book and said, "What did it sound?" Oh, it sounded like that.
Yeah, because grunge had peaked and moved on, and there was more melody.
It was
in the alternative music.
rock.
Yeah,
perfect alternative rock with that power pop kind of shit.
I was just really into music then. Right before I started playing out, and that was that really formative time where I'm like, listen to everything, trying and failing to write music for a few more years.
Lots of great melodies.
Yeah, and it was
most of the bands.
It sounded like an Oasis cover, like something that they did, and then this band covered it.
Yeah. I don't know about that. But yeah, it's very good. I'm really surprised. Seeing that it was so big in Canada, I'm really surprised that we didn't hear this.
That would have fit
99X.
in 99X absolutely perfect. I'll have to get onto Leslie Fram. Just say, hey, you missed that one.
You missed that one.
Totally missed it.
And there's another band we're going to play later that they missed.
Here you are picking up Collective Soul, and you could have this band.
Exactly. Well, they did fairly well. They've done some reunion tours and things in the past few years, but you can just see, I mean, listen to what you just heard. Think about what you just heard in his voice coming from Smash LA, where he was doing the Sebastian thing to this.
This is fascinating.
It's huge.
Let's see where else this is going to go.
This guy's amazing.
What a ringer.
We're going it's kind of a different place next. So Todd KERNS, Todd DAMMIT, he relocated to Las Vegas in the mid 2000s. He finally said, I'm leaving Canada. I'm going to come.
It's cold.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to come
10 months out of the year.
I'm going to pursue my creative opportunities in the States. And so he moves to Las Vegas. Being in Smash LA, being that he's come from his past of being a hair metal kind of guy, that's where he started, even though he's just done really well with this alternative thing. And there's another band we're going to play later that he also did pretty well with. He wanted to get back to his roots. And so when he gets to Vegas, he joins Faster Pussycat for a tour.
Okay.
So he is actually the short-time help on guitar for a tour for Faster Pussycat. And then when he gets back to Vegas after that tour, he and Faster Pussycat guitarist Brent Muscat decide that, hey, we should form a band here in Vegas that we can just play around Vegas. And so they form a band called the Sin City Sinners. And they're kind of one of these bands that, and this is around late 2000s, early 2010s. This is when the nostalgia has started to pick back up for that kind of music, to do kind of the, where you do hair metal and actually make some money at it again. So they're doing sort of the residency things within Vegas. So they're playing Vegas. They have a bunch of people that come and play with them every night. So the Sin City Sinners, they play some of their own tunes. They play covers of the kind of hair metal scene. Todd played guitar and sang in this band. And like I said, they would have jams with whoever was in town. Because it's so close to LA, you've got a lot of those musicians who either live in Vegas or they're
just passing through on vacation.
So Motley Crue, the guys from Motley Crue would come in and jam with them. Def Leppard, GNR, and even Kiss. There's a second Kiss connection with K.
And
yes.
Gene had a whole penthouse there, didn't he?
I'm not sure about Gene, but I know Bruce lived or still lives in Vegas.
I think he did. Had like the top floor of some hotel or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. And I'm sure Eric Singer sat in because he sits in with everybody and played with them. But that's also where he got his connection to GNR. So I'm sure that's where he and Slash started a conversation. So they released a full length. They released an acoustic EP, and then they did a couple of Christmas albums because I guess they were big, known for their Christmas concerts. And on the Christmas albums, he had guest vocalists as well. So this was kind of his primary musical home in Vegas until he got the Slash gig, which is going to happen in 2010. So the kind of the back half of the 2000s into the 2010s era, he's doing this thing on the side, but also gets the Slash gig, and that's when things really changed for him. But I'm going to play from the full length that they put out, where they did do their own music, not just covers. The name of the album is Exile on Fremont Street, which I'm assuming is a street in Vegas. And this is a song called Go Into Vegas. And they have a really cool video of this as well that features, what's the fat porno guy? Ron Jeremy?
The Hedgehog.
Yeah, the Hedgehog.
Yes.
That guy's so damn ugly. But
oh, my God, yes. That's what he was famous for. Be ugly, but
he's
gifted in other manners.
Endowed.
Yes.
I assume. Anyway, he's in the video.
Yes.
He's in the video as well. And he used to hang out with these guys, the Sin City Sinners as well.
Of course.
So here we go. Here's a song called Go Into Vegas.
plans that don't include the likes of me. Gone without a trace, now I don't have any place to be, yeah. Me and Dr. Gonzo on the I-15, racing through the desert in a stolen machine, with the devil at the wheel and the law nipping at our heels. You'll never catch me, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. You'll never take me alive, 'cause now I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back again. I don't need her, I got a whole lot of new friends. Now I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back. Now I'm a citizen, I got a penny to my name. I make a fortune, then I lose it, then I make it out back again. Neon claws up and down our back, piles of dirty money in the cleanest stacks. We take it and we break it and we don't care if we make it back. If you need to find us, the dive bar's where we'll be. That's where we drink for free. 'Cause now I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back again. I don't need her, I got a whole lot of new friends. Now I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back.
There he goes, one of God's own prototypes. Some high-powered mutant never even considered for mass production. Too weird to live, too rare to die.
Now I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back again. I don't need her, I got a whole lot of new friends. Now I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back. I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back. Now I'm going to Vegas and I'm never coming back.
Well, that reminded me of a much sleazier Marvelous 3, Butch Walker.
I could see that.
Just bouncy and fun, but just with a sleazier edge to it.
Yeah, it's definitely him embracing his past, though, and
Yeah.
kind of doing the hairband stylings over top of his amazing voice, according to Mighty K, as you've heard.
And the subject matter would probably go over well with a Vegas crowd.
Exactly right. Yes. Yeah, they were playing up to their crowd for sure. So we've mentioned the Kulick brothers already, and we've mentioned how Todd is connected to them, but his connection goes back to the Vegas days. I believe, I guess I mentioned Bruce still lives in Vegas. I believe Bob lived in Vegas as well. And I think they knew each other. And when Bob put together his very last solo album that came out in 2017, the very first song features Todd KERNS on vocals. So we're going to hear that song. I met Bob on the Kiss Cruise that year in 2017. I don't believe they played this song live, even though Bob and Todd were on stage together because they were just doing Kiss songs for the most part. But he was selling signed copies of the CD, and I stood in line to just meet him. So it was interesting because everybody had, on the Kiss Cruise, it happens, people bring all their stuff and want to get everything signed.
Yeah.
And I'm standing in line, and there's one side of the room for Bruce and one side of the room for Bob, and I did both. So I go to Bob first, and I'm the only guy in line that doesn't have something in my hand. I didn't buy his CD. I already had it. And I was like, you know what? I don't really get off on signatures. Like
Yeah.
autographs don't
I
mean
don't
that
care.
much to me. So I just walked up to him when it was my turn. I just walked up to him, shook his hand, and we just had like a quick little conversation. He was a really nice dude, and I just
Yeah.
told him how much I appreciated what he did. And
You didn't fanboy out. You just
no,
were
we just had a
respectful.
normal conversation.
That's how you do it.
And I told him, I was like, man, that show, because I had just seen the show the night before. I was like, you guys just blew me away. Like, there's no reason for you guys not to continue doing this. Like, these people will go see you wherever you are in the States. He's like, yeah, it's not a bad idea. We had no idea how it would go over. He's like, but people seem to really, really love it. And it was my favorite show that I saw on that cruise.
Really?
Because you never got to see the Kulik brothers together, and then the songs that they were playing, Kiss never plays. So it was, you were kind of getting a bonus.
All the true fans really wanted to hear those.
Yeah, it was super cool. So, and I think if they would have done a little club tour or something, I think they would have done fine. But they never did it. Bruce would end up using Todd the next couple of years on the cruise. He would bring Todd and the guys back, but Bob never went back, and then Bob died 2 years later. So that was a one and done deal.
That's
I
cool
think
that
they
you
only
did
played
that.
2 shows, and I saw both of them.
That's a true fan.
It was really cool. But I just thought it was he was like kind of surprised when I walked up, and he's like,
He's looking at your
"Do
hands.
you want me to
like,
sign something?" I was like, "No, I just want to
hang
meet you."
out. Yeah. Can I buy you a beer? What's
Yeah.
up?
And I did the same thing to Bruce.
What are you doing later? What's your room number?
No.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm not supposed to ask.
Did not do that. But I did the same thing to Bruce, and at the time, my phone case that I had on my iPhone was it looked like a Ibanez tube screamer on the backside.
Yeah, I remember
and I had
those.
it in my hand, and I just put it on the table as I was talking to Bruce. He's like, "That is the coolest phone case I've ever seen," and he took a picture of it. I was like, "Yeah, don't put it on the floor; somebody will step on it."
Yeah, thinking it's a real puddle.
But anyway, enough of my yakking. Let's hear what Todd Kearns sounds like on a Bob Kulik album. From Skeletons in the Closet 2017, this is the song Rich Man.
Ain't got no money, don't own no fancy yacht, ain't got no business, but I got you and I'm feeling like a rich man. Can't pour no champagne, ain't got no four-star chef, ain't got no jet plane, but I got you and I'm feeling like a rich man. Every day of my life I count my blessings even though they're few. The things I have I can count on one hand, but all that matters is that I got you. The sum of everything that I've ever done has led me here to this day. It doesn't matter where I've been in the past, as long as you never go away. Ain't got no penthouse, can't call my entourage, ain't got no lawyers, but I got you and I'm feeling like a rich man. Ain't got no Rolex, ain't got no swimming pools, don't drive no Bentley, but I got you and I'm feeling like a rich man. Every day of my life
even know where to place that one. That was just, it was good. I liked it. It was a couple of Kiss influence notes here or there, but yeah,
epic sounding.
Yeah, much more epic.
I mean, if you had any reservations about whether that guy could sing, he just blew you away with this one.
Yeah, I definitely love his voice too.
The voice is amazing. To think that he is the backup singer for Slash.
Yeah.
And that he was the backup singer for Triumph. I mean, there's a reason.
How much were they paying Miles? I mean, come on. They could have saved some money and
I don't
just
know.
use him.
I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Miles' voice, but I bet they sing harmonies amazingly live because of Todd.
Yeah.
But man, wow. And at the time that I first heard the Bob Kulick album, I didn't realize who Todd was because I wasn't really hip to who he was until I saw him live.
You weren't doing a podcast yet.
I was not.
Yeah.
No, I was not.
Now you are.
And I was not familiar with his work. I wasn't familiar with his work because I was not a big Slash fan.
But that's what we're here today for.
Exactly.
Fix that problem.
We're fixing it right now.
Yeah.
Todd, damn it.
Todd, dadgummit.
So, this guy does all these bands. You'd have to think he does solo albums too, right? Yes, he does. He does solo. He's released 3 solo albums to date. I'm going to play from his last one that came out in 2017. So around the same time that he was doing this work for Bob, he was working on his album called TKO. And he had another one in 2004 called Go Time. That was kind of his first foray out of the alternative scene that he was in. And then he did another one called Borrowing Time in 2013. I believe that one's acoustic. I haven't listened to that album, but I'm fairly certain that one's a mellower affair. And then he did this one, TKO, in 2017. This is more of a kind of Todd doing a little punk rock. It almost sounds garagey in a way, but I think it's cool. It's very different.
Something different.
So, at this point in time, in 2010, he started with Slash. So he was playing on Slash albums, and when Slash toggles between G&R and his solo stuff, he has downtime to do other projects. So he releases solo albums and other things. But just so you know, as far as Slash albums, Todd KERNS has been on 5 full lengths. So he's on the Miles Kennedy records as well as the one Slash that's just called Slash album where he brought in other singers to perform with, kind of that Santana thing.
Yeah.
And Todd played bass on that. But he's been on 5 full lengths and 5 live albums. Apparently Slash releases a live album after every album as well. But I didn't know that either.
He didn't sit down much either.
No, he's a pretty active dude to this day. So, he's not on my favorite Slash album. The only Slash album that I really, really love is one called Orgy of the Damned, which is his blues album that came out a couple of years ago, but Todd does not play on that. But that's a really good album because it's all like straight blues. Slash playing the blues is pretty damn cool.
Because he doesn't shy away from making it a little dirty.
Oh, no, yeah. He makes it sleazy.
Which is how we like it.
Dirty blues, which we love. So I'm going to play you a song from TKO 2017. This is You Know What You Did, Bitch. Okay, I added the bitch.
I think you missed an opportunity. You should go back and rename that.
His name's Todd, damn it. So he would throw in a bitch.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Arizona's in Ontario. The bouncers beat the band after the show. Call for the OPP. They just let those juice monkeys go free. Well, your words will not break my bones. I'm louder with my microphone. Cause you know what you did. You know what you did. Try to find a place to sleep. Hotel clerk don't like the looks of me. She's asking me to leave, but I ain't got anywhere else to be. Well, you can run me out of town. I'll be back to put it down. Cause you know what you did. Andrew Hoffman, you small-time fuck. You ripped me off with my 500 bucks. You're man enough to take my shit. Are you man enough to swallow this cup? You know what you did. You know what you did.
So is Andrew Hoffman a real person?
What's that?
Andrew Hoffman? Were you not listening?
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening to lyrics.
Oh, my God.
What the hell you say?
Why do we even do this?
I was thinking about bitch the whole time.
Andrew Hoffman, you small town sack of shit.
Oh, is that what he said? Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, like he took $500 from him.
It sounded like a real story.
I was going to say, that sounded real.
Yeah.
After all those years, he got back at Andrew Hoffman.
I was with the lyrics the first half of the song, but then I thought, I wonder who plays drums on this. And so I was doing some research.
You were working. It wasn't like you were just
I thought it
scrolling.
Might be. I thought it might be his buddy who plays with him in Slash, which is Brent Fitz, and he plays in a lot of other bands with Todd, but it was not Brent Fitz. It was a guy named Ian Grant who killed it on the drums. Yeah. He's from a Canadian band called Zucker Baby, but they were really good. So, yes, it probably is a true story.
Awesome.
I would imagine.
That makes it better.
That's why it's,
That's
what you did.
You don't piss off songwriters.
Exactly.
You may hear it on the radio.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few pop artists who...
Several of my girlfriends found that out the hard way, too.
Yes, you did that as well.
Oh,
That's
yes. Right. Yes. Almost got my ass kicked.
Yes.
A couple times.
Well, that was around... What year was that around?
2001, 2, and 3.
Well, why don't we go to that same year?
Okay. It's good times.
So, after his successful alternative band in the late 90s, the Age of Electric, like I said, they sort of imploded a little bit, brothers fighting and whatnot.
That happens.
And so Todd thought, you know what, I should bring in my other brother, and we'll have 3 brothers in the band. That can't go wrong.
No, nothing wrong with that.
So he has John on bass, he brings in his youngest brother, Ryan, on guitar, and another guy on drums, and they call it Static and Stereo. They're sort of continuing on the alternative kind of thing that they were doing with the Age of Electric, but they did well in Canada again. They had a couple of hit singles in Canada. They were nominated for Best New Group at the 2002 Canadian Radio Music Awards. Bet that doesn't exist anymore. The Radio Awards.
Oh, the Canadian music. I'm like, Radio Awards.
The Radio Awards. I'm pretty sure that probably doesn't exist anymore.
5 people that listen to the radio.
Yeah. But anyway, this band, Static and Stereo, put out one album in 2002, one and done for the brothers. Again, wonder why.
Yeah.
3 KERNS in the same band.
Having to tour together and hang out together.
Yeah, DAMMIT, Jesus Christ, and what's the third one's name?
Chocolate Cake.
Son of a bitch. So let's hear a little Static and Stereo. This is a song called Overboard.
When you're under
very similar to several bands that I'm a big fan of, and that's right in my wheelhouse. I like it.
Yeah, 2002, this would have fit in perfectly with what we were listening to in the band van as we were going to gigs.
Yep.
Or bands that we were playing with at the time. Although a lot of those were new metal for some reason.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, we have a band that was like us.
It's just fun.
Doing this kind of power pop thing.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Damn, it was fun.
Yeah, perfect power pop band, Static and Stereo. They reminded me of Marvelous 3. I mean, I would have loved, or I still would love to hear Todd KERNS sing with Butch Walker.
Well, you know who Butch Walker's playing with now?
No.
He is the guitarist for Train.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know how
Not
that
a favorite of
happened.
mine, but they're probably buddies.
Yeah, I guess they are. But I wasn't a fan of Train until they played across the street from my house. And live, you know what? Salute. Hats off to them. They did
I've seen them live,
damn
too.
good job live. Doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and buy albums and stuff, but I had a lot more respect for them after I saw them live.
Plays a good cover.
Yeah,
that band,
absolutely.
Too. They do really good covers.
They did Dancing Queen, pulled that off like with all the parts to it.
All their Zeppelin stuff sounds great. And,
yeah, to go from ABBA to Zeppelin was like whiplash, but at the same time, they did a great job. But yeah, with Butch Walker on guitar, I would go buy a ticket to that.
Yeah,
even though the other concert was free and it was across the street, so I didn't have an excuse not to go. But if they were
that's a good
close
point.
by and yeah, absolutely.
That's a good point. I would probably go see them
was
too.
playing. Yeah, I would go. I'd pay for that.
I'd rather go see Marvelous 3, but
yeah,
you can't seem to get those tickets every year.
No, every year they sell out in about half a second.
Yeah, but this band, Static and Stereo, reminds me a lot of Marvelous 3 and the stuff that we love. Great power pop. They also remind me of a Canadian band that we've played a few times. They are on...
That sounds nothing like Rush.
No, it doesn't sound like Rush. I was thinking of Sloan.
Oh.
They sound a bit like Sloan with the awesome harmonies. But I know they're on here some... Oh, they're right there.
Deep cut.
Right
right there.
Sloan
in
right
large
there.
letters, yes.
Yes, we will do something with
I think
Sloan
we-
later at some point. We will...
Could we
feature
put on
them.
the banner? It's like a reminder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that band reminds me a little bit of Sloan as well.
Yeah.
You just mentioned a band that is touring, a Canadian band that is touring again.
Train.
We're going to... No, not Canadian.
Oh,
No, a
San
band
Francisco, I think.
that we're going to get to see one more time.
That one.
One
yeah,
more time
One
again.
more time.
Can't wait. And it looks like...
You get to see them 2 more times.
I do get to see them 2 more times. And it looks like they've had a few issues with some shows.
Oh, no.
Have you seen this?
No, like I said, I've been ignoring the videos because I wanted it to be a surprise. If I sit here and watch hours of videos, the concert's going to be,
Yes, we are talking about Rush.
So what's the problem now?
So they had to cancel a few gigs.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Getty's Voice.
Oh, no.
So it looks like they're back, but
Okay.
people in Texas had to not make the concert, and they played it a week later. But if that happens to me in Toronto,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
screwed.
fucked.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you're screwed.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
What you said.
And so between now and November, we get to sit here and
see what happens.
Roll the bones.
We're rolling the bones
See what I
because
did there?
these guys they're working men, yes, but they are much older now. Yeah, they're approaching the age of 2112. Yeah, they're up there.
11.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. But in the spirit, of talking about Rush, we haven't played Took tonight. And that's the band that Todd KERNS has that is also down here on the banner. We have several Todd KERNS.
Thanks to Bob
here.
and Doug McKenzie, I know what a toque is. 'Cause
Exactly. We
living
would
in
never
Florida,
know.
we had no idea until that song came out. And then I'm like, what's a toque?
Well, here in the States, we don't call them toques.
No.
But that's what they call them in Canada. And, they
fuzzy
play
hat.
only Canadian artists. And we've played a few. We've played their cover of Loverboy. We played a Saga song that they did.
Oh, that was so good.
And now we're going to feature something from those other 3 guys, not Triumph. Those other 3 guys that we were just talking about. So here's a little toque for you. They're touring right
Well,
now.
it's 3 guys and gals, but
Well,
now
you're right. Yeah.
them.
Two guys and a gal.
They're a them and they now instead of those guys.
New pronouns for Rush. Oh, God. Well, let's get in the spirit. Here's a little toque. This came out in 2019 on their album Never Enough, but it's a classic.
words were written on the studio wall. Concert hall. And echoes with the sound of salesmen. A salesman. Oh, salesman.
First of all, that reminds me that I have to apologize to my cousin Frank, who was my roommate in college. He listens sometimes, so if he's listening, sorry,
he's been on
Frank.
the show.
Yeah, he's been on the show. But I apologize for you having to be in the same townhouse as me when I was learning to play that song.
Oh, I bet that went over well.
Oh boy! Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Damn it!
Not really a beat you can dance to sometimes.
No, it had to have been, because you have to learn it slow and then you speed it up. But probably never ever sounded good. In my head it did, but God, I can't imagine how tortuous that had to have been for that man to put up with that shit. So yes, thank you for dealing with that, and I'm sorry.
All right, I apologize.
You're really sorry?
I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly.
You take it back?
I do. I offer a complete and utter retraction. The imputation was totally without basis in fact and was in no way fair comment and was motivated purely by malice. And I deeply regret any distress that my comments may have caused you or your family. And I hereby undertake not to repeat any such slander at any time in the future.
Okay.
But then also thought about us shooting fireworks up through the chimney to piss off our neighbors. I don't think we liked the neighbors, but we waited till evening time for them to get home, and we could put bottle rockets in the fireplace and shoot them up, and they would go out the chimney and then explode, and we'd sit there and look out the window, and you would see a neighbor walk outside and look around like, who the hell's shooting off fireworks? And they couldn't see. They'd go back inside. We'd shoot another one off, and we did that until one fell over and shot up into Frank's bedroom where he was standing. And I think that was the last time we did that.
Yeah, I can see how that would
that was
stop that
chaos
exercise.
Absolutely. So anyway, that was an amazing cover. If you got to have some cojones to cover Rush, and to do it that well, Neil's parts were
not only to play it, not only to play it, but to sing it.
And to sing it, yes.
And here's the guy who we were talking about was killing the Paul Stanley vocals, and then here he is, turns around and does Getty almost better than Getty.
I am very happy for this episode because I love discovering something new like this. Wow, I have a lot of respect for this guy. I liked him before, but yeah.
I mean, there's a reason when we saw Triumph. I mean, you weren't that familiar with him, but you could recognize right away, like,
this guy's
that guy is a rock star.
Yeah, absolutely. He was having a blast.
The women in the audience were swooning over him, and he's not even the official member of Triumph.
Yeah, because you got the 70-year-olds, and then you had him.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's no spring chicken. He's 58, but he looks great. He looks like
38.
A rock star.
Yeah, and he looks good. So.
And that was his buddy.
6'4".
Yeah, exactly. And that was his buddy Brent Fitz on drums. He's also the drummer for Slash.
Okay.
That was him playing in Took. These guys are, if you're in Canada and you see that Took's playing anywhere near you, you should go see them because they are amazing. They're playing, I think, the last half of July into the most of August in Canada.
Yeah.
So go see this band. Unreal. Their covers are all Canadian artists. They have, I think, one or two songs that are originals, and I'm sure they play some covers that aren't on the albums as well.
Mm-hmm.
But man, can they nail these covers. I wanted to end with that because this is, one of my favorite songs of all time.
What I'm going to have to admit now is that I think that I love Todd KERNS' voice more than Mighty K does.
Oofa.
Which means, therefore, she has to go because she's my competition.
Oh,
so
okay.
If we don't hear from her in the next couple of weeks, I have an alibi. I'll be here.
She does hit people with her car. Right?
I know. It's not going to be easy. I've been practicing for this, though.
Okay.
So we'll just, I'll send some people up there that I know. They work by the hour. Yeah. I got
take care of some business.
High friends in low places.
Great. Well, we'll see what happens next
see what
week.
happens.
Until then, people.
See you
later. Damn it.
Go fuck yourself right off, Robert.